Buonasera a tutti. Facciamo qualche bel respiro lento e profondo, guardando il bindi di Shimataji. Portiamo l'attenzione dentro di noi. Prepariamo a passare questa ora insieme per ricaricarci e lasciare andare tutta la pesantezza della giornata. Lentamente ci alziamo la Kundalini e ci diamo i 7 bandha. Jai Shimataji. Diamo un bandha alla nostra bacinella, all'acqua. E andiamo a immergere i piedi. Manteniamo ancora gli occhi aperti guardando il bindi di Shimataji ancora per qualche istante. Facciamo dei bei respiri lenti e profondi. E lentamente mettiamo il viso di Shimataji nel nostro cuore e chiudiamo gli occhi. Chiediamo a lei, per favore, Shimataji, vieni nel nostro cuore. Concedici la possibilità di meditare ai tuoi divini piedi di deloto. Diamo le mani verso terra, tutte e due le mani. Facendo dei bei respiri, a ogni espiro cerchiamo di sciogliere le tensioni, ascoltiamo il nostro corpo. Andiamo a controllare dove ci sono magari ancora delle tensioni, nella mascella, nel collo, nelle spalle. Piano piano possiamo sollevare un attimino le spalle verso le orecchie, lasciarle andare giù morbide. Rilassiamo la schiena, le gambe, i piedi. Muoviamo qualche istante i piedi nell'acqua, sentire bene il contatto con questo elemento, con l'acqua, col sale. Chiediamo per favore a Sri Ganesha di rimuovere tutte le impurità. Di donarci la purezza, la stabilità. La pura gioia. Facciamo il mantra Sri Ganesha. Respiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Portiamo la mano destra verso terra e portiamo la sinistra sul ginocchio col palmo bene aperto, rivolto verso l'alto. Le dita sono morbide, non attaccate una all'altra, ma ben distese. Proprio da percepire bene le vibrazioni, i messaggi che ci invia la Kundalini in questo momento sul nostro canale sinistro. Rimataci per favore, vieni nella tua forma di Sri Mahakali e Sri Bhairava nel nostro canale sinistro. Rimuovi tutte le impurità del passato, tutto ciò che appesantisce il presente, tutte le eccessive emozioni, gli eccessivi pensieri. Dà la giusta luce e il giusto calore al nostro Ida Nadi. Mano destra andiamo nel canale centrale, accompagniamo la Kundalini nella sua ascesa, poi ci spostiamo sul lato destro della testa e andiamo a scaricare il canale sinistro, muovendo la nostra mano destra, quindi al centro, sul lato destro della testa, la mano passa bene davanti e scarichiamo il lato sinistro. Facciamo almeno per 3 volte. Sri Mahakali, Bradakali, Kalikalki. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Mahakali, Bradakali, Kalikalki Sakshat Sri Adishakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Diamo dei banda al nostro Svadhisthana sinistro, raccogliamo e offriamo l'acqua. Per favore, Madre Kundalini, rimuovi tutta la falsa conoscenza. Tutto ciò che ogni giorno ascoltiamo nella televisione, da altre persone, che vanno a appesantire il nostro Svadhisthana sinistro. Diamo dei banda. Facciamo il mantra Sri Nirmala Vidya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Nirmala Vidya Sakshat Sri Adishakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo con la nostra attenzione fino al nabi sinistro. Continuiamo a dare dei banda, raccogliamo questa energia pesante nel nostro nabi sinistro. Per favore, Madre Kundalini, donaci l'equilibrio, la pace, donaci la totale soddisfazione. Possiamo anche appoggiare la mano sul nostro nabi sinistro, portiamo lì tutta la nostra attenzione. facendo dei bei respiri lenti e profondi. Manca Sri Guru Lakshmi. Ispiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Guru Lakshmi Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo con una mano, la andiamo a appoggiare sul cuore sinistro. Invitiamo Madre Kundalini a venire nel nostro cuore, a rimuovere ogni forma di paura, insicurezza, tutto ciò che ci impedisce di percepire lo spirito, di percepire la pura gioia che ci dona lo spirito. Domande Sri Shiva Parvati. Ispiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Shiva Parvati Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo con l'attenzione, diamo dei bandhan, raccogliamo energia statica nel nostro Vishuddhi. Saliamo ancora, andiamo all'Agnya Chakra, all'Amsa Chakra. Abbiamo sempre dei bandhan, raccogliamo e offriamo all'acqua. Io perdono tutto, perdono tutti, perdono me stessa, tutti i miei pensieri. Per favore, Shimataji, perdona tutti i nostri pensieri. Abbiamo l'attenzione sul superego. Vediamo ancora qua dei bandhan e offriamo all'acqua. Vediamo che tutte le impurità del nostro canale sinistro possono svanire. Possiamo ritornare in perfetto equilibrio. Portiamo la mano destra sul ginocchio, pieghiamo l'avambraccio sinistro. La nostra attenzione la spostiamo al lato destro. Per favore, Shimataji, vieni nella tua forma. Sri Sarasvati e Sri Hanumana nel nostro canale destro. Che il nostro canale destro si possa rinfrescare. Il nostro Pingala Nadi possa essere libero. L'energia vi possa scorrere fluida. la pesantezza, tutta l'iperattività mentale, fisica, possa svanire. Mantra Sri, Sarasvati Sri Anumane. Inspiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sarasvati Shri Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Una banda al nostro Svadhisthana destro. L'iperattività possa cessare dentro di noi. Possiamo ritrovare un equilibrio. Mata Sri Nirmala Citta. Ispiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmala Citta Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo, andiamo al navi destro, continuiamo a dare banda, raccogliamo l'energia statica. Mantra Sri Raja Lakshmi. Ispiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Raja Lakshmi Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo, andiamo al cuore. Speriamo che tutto l'eccessivo senso di responsabilità vada via. In realtà noi non facciamo nulla. Mataji, solo tu fai tutto. Mantra Sri Sitaram. Ispiriamo. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Sitarama Sakshat Shri Adishati Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Saliamo, facciamo le bande al Vishuddhi, entriamo la terra, l'acqua, ritorniamo sull'Agnya, andiamo sulle. Ora portiamo la nostra mano al centro del navi, andiamo a massaggiare il nostro navi, facciamo un cerchio bello grande, e andremo a cantare il mantra Shanti. Se riusciamo con un unico respiro, diremo Om 3 volte Shanti, lo facciamo per 4 volte, sempre continuando a massaggiare il nostro naso. Inspiriamo. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. Saksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devyai Namo Namaha. Con le mani accompagniamo la Kundalini fin sopra il Sahasrara, incrociamo le mani, andiamo a scaricare tutti e 2 i canali insieme. Facciamo per 3 volte. L'ultima volta la mano la facciamo passare nel canale centrale, la portiamo nel Sahasrara e portiamo lì tutta la nostra attenzione, cercando questo equilibrio perfetto, il canale sinistro del canale destro. Noi desideriamo stare al centro, nel Sushumna Nadi, e essere degni di stare ai divini piedi di loto di Shri Mataji. Andremo a svuotare l'acqua. Quando torniamo vedremo questa bellissima video, una prima parte, mantenendo sempre le mani belle aperte e l'attenzione nel Sahasrara. Jai Shri Mataji.
If you have any questions, ask me.
Chi è ritornato, facciamo ancora qualche bel respiro lento e profondo, mantenendo l'attenzione nel Sahasrara.
Ask me. You see, if you get angry within yourself, and if you are sure that you are not doing anything wrong, for a Sahaja Yogi there is no need to say outside you are angry. There's no need. That anger itself is a power. And you should do your bandhan and anything that you want to do. But you should not show that you are angry. You should be absolutely silent, because you can be. You are in the axis. You are not on the periphery. Actually, the anger is just to see your anger and use that anger for that purpose. And once you start doing that, that anger will itself work out. That anger will itself work out the person. And you'll be amazed how it, but you must learn to see your anger that is working. All these things are important. You have seen that sometimes only shouting at the bhoots, they go away. And many mad people have been cured like that. But you don't do all that. That's for me. You must be always decent with decorum and all that. But if the anger is because of your nature or a tendency or out of control, then it's a bad thing. If it is an out of control, then it's a bad thing. If you get into a temper because it is out of control, then it's a bad thing. I can get very angry, but I am completely under control. I know why I am angry, where the bhoot is, how he is running away, I can see it. But you can't see the bhoot, you can't see anything. So there is no need for you to get angry, show temper. But if you have an anger, say for example, which makes you uncontrollable, then there is a mantra for that. Shanti. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita. You must ask for that bliss, for that peace. This is a mantra for you. For controlling your temper, you have to tell yourself, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsita. So Shanti is the point, the axis point is that. From where you witness everything, you are in Shanti. You are in complete, you are not in a turmoil, even if you are angry. You are not in a turmoil. Whatever is angry is the power, and the power is taking charge. But unless and until that is achieved, what you have to do is to put yourself in a position that you are peaceful. So I think that's a very good mantra, is to say, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita. Can you say that? Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shanti Rupena Samsthita. Namaste, 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 namo namah. So the Shanti is your fort. But peacefulness never means cowardice. Never call cowardice as peace. A person who is peaceful is never coward, because nothing can transgress it. Nothing can overpower it. It is never possible that cowardice and peace can go together. But your power is inside, not outside. So you don't show your power of your anger outside. But just a little anger with anybody, you will see it will work out. But first establish that position within you where you are the axis, where you do not allow anchor to sit on your head. That is the growth. That is the growth, that you are at peace. Also, another question. All right, satisfied now? Both ways you should know. That one is the anger that is detached is perfectly all right. Anger which involves you, work it out. So judge yourself as to what it is. Good question. Ask some questions. When such intellectuals were sitting here, ask me some questions. What is that?
What are your plans to spread the larger scale?
What are my plans? I don't plan. You see, I don't plan because I don't know how far my instruments are ready. You see, first now my only plans, if I have any, is to really prepare my weapons all right. Once they are done, then we'll fix them up. You see, unless and until you know how far your bomb can fall, how can you plan it? So first of all, I must measure up the power of my children, how powerful they are. That's what I'm trying to do now, is to make them aware of their powers, to use. Like you see Hanumana, when he was born and when he grew up, he forgot that time. And he forgot his powers. So he was to be reminded that you are such and such powerful person. You don't know what your powers are. You ate off the whole of Surya. This you did in your childhood. You are born with this power. But now, after growing, you are rather be sort of forgotten it, and also you were afraid of using them, and it's sort of looks like in a dominant position. But it is there. If you just try to remember them, it will come. They have tremendous power, these people have tremendous power. But they have to assume and stand on that. If they do not do it, you see, if I tell them now, go to this house, oh mother, there may be a bhoot there sitting. A person comes possessed in the ashram. They all shut their doors. Oh God, this bhoot has come. Or something. Then what?
How can we deal with, you see, there is one problem, and one big problem in SAHAJA Yoga. It's those who are devoted to you at the expense of others.
Those who are devoted to me?
Those who use the excuse of their devotion to you, Mother, sometimes to oppress others.
They are what?
Sometimes people use their devotion to you at the expense of others. So,
then again, the same thing, Jamel, is the same thing. You see, it is, you have to do it. All those who are doing that way. I'm just pointing out to all those. If you are using, say, your devotion to me for the oppressing of others, all right? So it is for you to see. There is nobody who can be oppressed, because your spirit cannot be oppressed. Say there is X and Y. Now Y is a person who is trying to oppress X, all right? What will you oppress? He can't oppress his spirit, can he? First point, clear. Now, this fellow, if he has to have attachment to me, nobody can stop him. You all have direct relationship with me, not through anyone. If you want to accept somebody's agency, then I can't help you. But otherwise, you all have a direct access to me. You all can grow your spirits. Nobody can dominate you. Everyone has complete freedom to grow their spirit, to know their spirit, I mean to say. And the spirit is something cannot be dominated by you. Now, supposing somebody tries to oppress you. What will they oppress you in which way? They'll say, all right, we'll not have this carpet, we'll have that carpet, or have it. Somebody will say, I'll jump in the sea, jump. Just now you jump. What will they oppress you in? You see, just see that. Not in your spiritual growth. Can they? And that's how the problem starts. You see, in material things, say in an ashram now, somebody says, all right, we would like to have a photograph of Mother put there. The other will say, no, we are going to have it there. Whether you put it here or there, makes no difference, my photograph is going to work. Even in puja matters I have seen, people will say that no, Mother is sitting there, don't put your feet towards the Mother. It's a common thing, everybody knows should not put it. But still they will say, no, we want to put it. All right, let them put it. Next time they will not, because they will know it is wrong. They will find out. So, you see, nobody can oppress anyone. I am here to correct. Once you understand that you are not perfect, the other is not perfect. We are all perfecting ourselves. We are all coming up. Mother is there to look after us. Then we will never think like that. Now, I have also seen people will say that there are two Sahaja Yogis talking to others, Sahaja Yogis. Now, one is a very oppressive one. The another one is upset to see that this one is oppressive. Now, for that purpose, if you are quiet, silent, you will always dominate him. People will listen to you, not to him. But even if you start saying, oh, you don't say like that, and this, they will think these are fighting cocks. Then at that time, your wiser this thing will even give him a chance to understand. But what happens, one person dominates, another tries to dominate them by outward things. And the whole show is over. There is no need to dominate another person by outward things. He will settle down by himself if you show your dignity of your silence and of your understanding of Sahaja Yoga. There is no need just now to say, shut up, you sit down, you don't do. It's absolutely wrong. They do it. I have seen it. In my presence I have seen it. Because we still live halfway there and halfway here. The way we solve the problem, say you have to do some business. There are two people doing the business. One person says something, another says, why did you say like that? You shouldn't say. This person says to that person, you shouldn't correct me. Like that the fight is on. But that doesn't help anyway, there also. But in Sahaja Yoga it will never help. The another person can only be known over by his dignity, by his quiet methods, by approaching a person properly. That's how the leaders will come. They won't come up by shooting another person down. Not at all by any chance. That's not possible. It's not good leadership. Good leadership is just the way you handle the situation, not the way you fight another man down. So many times you have seen, I just keep quiet, it works out. Not necessary that you should at that moment shout. There's no need. And it creates a very bad impression and very bad leadership. First of all, you cannot be dominated. This is one fact, is a truth. You can grow in your spirituality, whatever people may try to dominate in the worldly things. Thank God we don't have any organization. Thank God we don't have secretaries, assistant secretaries, under secretaries, by secretaries, upper secretaries, lower secretaries. We don't have any nonsense. Otherwise, even that would have been dominating to people. Then they would have fought that. So we don't have that problem. We don't have any money problem because we don't have all these nonsensical ideas. I have solved these problems by having no institutions, no positions. Everybody has position. But the greatest position is of your spirit, which you establish. The attention is not there. Is more ego-oriented. The whole stuff is ego-oriented. You can't fight ego with ego. You cannot. You can only fight ego or superego with spirit. How much do I dominate you? I absorb all your aggression also. And how much do I dominate you? If I have to correct you, I go forward and do it and tell you that I am correcting you, whether you like it or not. And you see the result, it's all right. But if you have that capacity, do it. Then there is lacking in you that you cannot do that way. So be prepared not to at least spoil the show of Sahaja. One person is talking too much, all right, the others will say he is good for nothing, but another one is a sensible. But if you both are fighting, I don't. That doesn't show any wisdom or growth, isn't it? Does it? Those who think that by dominating in small things you are going to achieve anything are wrong. Actually, I have seen my grandchildren are realized souls. They are not bothered about these things. They don't do this. This kind of a fight they don't have. That where to keep these, what to do this, they don't have. Nothing. At the most, they might fight for a chocolate or something at the most. But in spiritual matters, they never fight. In spiritual matters, they never fight. That's the place one should not fight. One should not argue. That's the point not to be argued because truth is one. What is there to argue? You have seen all these saints, you see, those who have talked about me, what do they say? Everybody says the same thing about me. There cannot be any fight between saints. Can there be? If the truth is one, how can there be fight? But because one is inadequate, another is dominating. Both must achieve that state. But the best is to be more dignified, more grown up, more patronizing. People will definitely take to you because you will become the leader. Arguments are not going to lead you anywhere, I can tell you this much. No use arguing among yourself. If you have to argue with others, not among yourself. Otherwise, no. What else? What is the thing? Any other question?
Mother, could you please tell us a little bit how we fight our ego with our spirit? How do we do
How do we fight the ego?
with spirit?
See, you should never fight ego. If you try to fight it, it will sit more on your head. That's not the way to fight it. That there is ego and you fight your ego, oh yeah, I'm going to box you, then it will grow more. See, the more you box it, the more it will grow. Never fight your ego. Only way is to see it. Your attention is very important. Your attention is now enlightened. Whatever you see, it comes to its right side. It comes to its right side. Size. Say ego. If it is overgrown, you just watch your ego. Best is to watch yourself in the mirror and you say, oh, Mr. Ego, how do you do? Then it will come down. But don't fight it. Just to be seen. All kinds of egos could be there. If you are overeducated, you are egoistical. If you are uneducated, you are egoistical because you must try to show that you are something. All sorts of egos are there. So best thing is to see for yourself. That's why I say face yourself. Yourself means your spirit.
That goes the same for the superego.
Yes, very much so. For superego also, not to be frightened, you should just say, get out. I can see you very clearly, you are there. You get out from here. How dare you frighten me? I am the spirit. I am the spirit. How dare you can do that? That's how. You see, ego makes you idiotic. Absolutely. Ego makes you idiotic. Makes an idiot out of you. Absolutely. And the superego makes you a coward. It makes you a coward. Now, how to fight it? I'm not going to be an idiot. If you say that, ego will go away. If you want to be an idiot, then he'll be there to help you. If you want to be an idiot, all right, call Mr. Ego. You'll become an idiot. Straightforward. The easiest way, if you want to become an idiot, simple thing is to call the ego. You come, Mr. Ego, and settle down in me, and immediately, this is a very simple composition. And superego, if you are a coward, then it sits on your head. Say, I am not going to be hum ksham, as I told you, the mantra on the Agya is. Either you have to say, I am. The another, I say, I forgive you.
Facciamo ancora un bel respiro profondo. Scimatagi, per favore. Rendici i tuoi strumenti perfetti, ma che ogni giorno possiamo diventare sempre più consapevoli di tutti i poteri che ci hai dato, che possiamo dire quello che tu vuoi che noi diciamo, che facciamo, che tu vuoi che noi facciamo. Rendici umili, permettici di poter stare ai tuoi divini piedi di loto e di essere degli strumenti perfetti. Grazie Madre, grazie con tutto il cuore per tutto quello che ci hai dato, che ci dai, che ci darai. Grazie e ancora grazie. Jai Shri Mataji. Ci alziamo la Kundalini, ci diamo i 7 bande. Auguro a tutti una buona serata e un sereno Natale, Pasqua, una serena Pasqua di rinascita a tutti. Questa pace venga proprio dentro i nostri cuori e cuori di tutto l'universo, di tutte le persone che appartengono a questo universo. Jai Shri Mataji.